ready? We are headed to our ultrasound for the baby, and we're hoping that we get some good news and that they can see the heartbeat and all of that fun stuff. But the battery's flashing, but I brought an extra battery, so I'll change that out. But yeah, we're excited. We're excited to see the little tiny baby. It'll just look like a blob probably. But it's okay. As long as they see a heartbeat and make sure it's in the right place and all, we'll be happy. Yep. Ryan's gonna try to sneak the camera in. We will see how it goes because I don't really know their camera policy. I have to call the hospital and ask them about that, just because it's easier that way. Because usually each department has a different policy too. So, all right, we will see you in a little bit. Alright guys, I kind of just wanted to hop on here real quick. The kids are in there watching a movie and Ryan is out plowing because we got some snow today. But I just kind of wanted to hop on here and do a little pregnancy update because I did just have an ultrasound done. And honestly, I'm a little bit worried. I was worried at my last OB appointment. So let me just backtrack. Okay, so at my last OB appointment, that was on Tuesday. So I had my appointment on Tuesday and I thought it was going to be like a regular OB appointment. Well, come to find out, they still had to basically get the positive pregnancy test confirmed. So they made me, you know, do the urine sample and they did all of that, and basically, yes, I'm pregnant. Thank you. So they were like, when was your last period? And I told them the date and it was November 2nd. So that makes me about 9 weeks and then it was like 4 days. So today is Thursday and I had my ultrasound. So back up to Tuesday when I had my OB appointment. Because she got the positive pregnancy test, she tried to find the baby's heartbeat, but she didn't have any luck. She looked for quite a while and she said, because the baby's still pretty small, it's like this big, it's the size of this week, let's see what it says. I think it's like a cherry, or they say like a tater tot if you're, you know, just different ideas. So it's the size of a cherry. So she did not find the heartbeat and she wanted to schedule an ultrasound. I'm not really sure why. I'm just wondering if maybe just to make sure everything was okay. So she scheduled that and I had that tonight at 3:30 p.m. So they told me to drink a ton of water, make sure my bladder was full for the ultrasound like they usually do. And when she went to go do my ultrasound, she's like, oh yeah, your bladder's really full. So she looked around for a while, but she wasn't able to find the baby and get like a clear shot of the baby. You could kind of see bits and pieces every once in a while, but it was really hard to get a clear shot, and she wasn't able to see the heartbeat on the outside of the stomach. So she did an internal ultrasound, and when she did the internal ultrasound, she could see the baby a lot more, but she said basically my uterus is very tilted, so that makes it very hard to see the baby at this time, just because it's so tilted. So basically when the baby gets bigger, it'll be a lot easier to see. We still saw it good. Like, we got some clear pictures and I'll show you those pictures. Oh, wait, I'm showing pictures of baby. There's the first picture and here's the second. They basically look the same. Go in there, I love you. All right, so when she was doing the internal ultrasound, she basically didn't say anything. Like, she was a very quiet ultrasound tech, and I've never had that experience before. So it kind of made me a little nervous because she wasn't saying like, oh, look at it wiggle, or, you know, it's flapping its arms a little, because, you know, the arms are starting to develop and the feet are starting to develop and all that kind of stuff. She didn't say anything. She didn't say like, oh, here's from head to rump, like nothing. And I'm not looking too deep into this because Ryan said the same thing. Like she wasn't like any other person that we've ever had, and I don't know if it's because something's wrong or anything like that, but they cannot tell you anything. They leave that up to the doctor. And usually they'll click the sound on and then you can hear the heartbeat. Well, she didn't do that. She didn't say like, oh look, here's your baby's heartbeat, it's 153 beats per whatever, you know, nothing. So, and I was just like kind of overwhelmed, and I mean, it's an internal ultrasound, so you're like uncomfortable, it's weird. And I didn't even think at that moment to ask. I was just feeling very overwhelmed and like, what's going on? She's not saying anything, is something wrong? I didn't say anything. And of course, Ryan, he's a quiet guy anyway, so he didn't say anything. And I wish I had. So tomorrow, so that was it. So we were on our way out of the ultrasound. I'll go back to there. And she basically asked me for the second time, when's your appointment? Did you say it's next week for your next OB appointment? And I was like, no, it's in 2 weeks. And she's like, oh, okay, well, I'm sure I'll see you back here. And I was like, I cannot like get a read on this lady. So it was just weird. It's not like this is my first ultrasound. It's, you know, my third, or not, it's my third baby, and I've had plenty of ultrasounds before, but this was just a really weird experience for me. I'm just praying to God, like, that everything's okay. I'm feeling very worried, and I kind of just wanted to pick up the camera because this is real life. This is our life, and this is how things don't, you know, always, they're not always perfect, and we have to document every step of the way. And I just hope that I can look back on this and have a healthy baby. I'm just a little worried, and I think that's normal for mothers, whether you've had one kid or whether you've had 20 kids, it doesn't matter. It's nerve-wracking when you don't know and you're just kind of questioning. And when the doctor couldn't find the heartbeat, and then the ultrasound tech didn't say anything about a heartbeat, she like looked for it and everything, but she didn't say a word about it. And usually they'll say, oh, you know, want to listen to your baby's heartbeat, something. There was nothing. So I'm just like feeling very anxious and afraid and just worried, and I'm praying that, I know that this is all in God's hands and that he will do what he thinks is right. And he has his plan, and we just have to go with his, we have to trust in him and just believe that he has a plan, and no matter what, everything's gonna be okay. So tomorrow I'm going to call my OB, and I'm going to just kind of get the inside scoop if I can. I'm gonna ask her if they have looked at my ultrasound, at the ultrasound pictures, if there's anything they're worried about, and if they were able to find a heartbeat, just because I wasn't told anything. So it's just, that's the worst thing, is waiting and not knowing. And I mean, I've never really had any other complications with my other pregnancies, other than like Paisley. I went into preterm labor a couple times and they had to stop my labor. But other than that, I had Weston 2 weeks early, but he was healthy. He was a perfect baby, and Paisley was a healthy baby. So I'm just praying that this baby can stay strong and that everything's okay, and that the ultrasound tech was just really quiet. Maybe she's new at it. She was pretty young. Maybe she was new at it and just didn't really feel comfortable saying anything. I'm not sure. I didn't ask questions, but I was just feeling very overwhelmed at the time too. So I'm gonna hop off here. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'm sure that I will probably add the clip in tomorrow of me talking to the doctors and getting some information on, you know, the baby and everything. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. So the doctor's called.
Yeah.
She said the reason why there's so much confusion is because there was 2.
What?
There's 2 babies.
I can't hear you.
There's 2 babies.
There is not.
You want to bet?
I don't believe you.
I'm just kidding. No, but she said, hold on a second. She
Okay.
said everything looks good, that the heartbeat was strong. It was like it was like 160s. And she said that it's measuring just a few days behind, but she said that's, you know, that's fine, that's normal. And that they'll stick with my due date. They tend to not say much just to like save themselves, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that was a thing that, you know, that's why she did that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yep, she said everything's good.
Good. Alright, we don't have to worry about it all weekend long.
Seriously, or all week, because my appointment's not for another 2 weeks.
Right.
So, alrighty, I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay.
Alright, bye.
Bye-bye.
So guys, as you heard, oh, I'm gonna put this on. Yes, because it is comfy, cozy, and I like it. It hides my arms. So guys, as you saw in the last clip, I got a call back from my doctor, and you guys are crooked. And she basically said that everything looks great. They did find a heartbeat for the baby, and I think she said it was like 163, so it's a little high, but that's good. It's beating and it's healthy and strong as of what they can see right now. And they said that it's measuring just a few days behind, but that's okay, that's to be expected. They're gonna stick with my due date. So my official due date as of today is August 9th, 2019. We are so excited to meet our little baby, and we were just so relieved to get that news. I tried tricking my mom and telling her that we're having twins just to see what she'd say. She didn't believe me. But yeah, we are all good, so I'm going to end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. We were a little bit nervous. I'm glad we got all the news from the doctor that everything is good. So yeah, I guess we will see you in our next one. Bye guys.